in Victoria, the city of Casey, so Casey is a city in South Melbourne, includes Cranbourne, Clyde, Devon Meadows, Berwick and Narrewarren. Hopefully I pronounced that right. You need to apply for a private land use permit if you want to do certain activities on private land, so land that you own or someone else owns. You'll have to apply for a private land use permit for the following activities: storing or repairing a recreational vehicle, storing a shipping container up to 90 days, storing long, heavy vehicles. If you intend to park more than one long, heavy vehicle on private land, you have to consult the planning team. Storing more than 2 unregistered vehicles up to 90 days, you need to apply for a private land use permit.
What?
Storing a skip bin, you need to apply for a private land use permit. Putting up temporary dwellings, no more than 14 days in any 60-day period. And dismantle, repair or service vehicles on private land, you'll need to apply for a private land use permit.
So this is, you own the land and you have to apply for
This is private land. So this would be your home, your house, your land, whatever you have.
Right.
You'll need to apply for a private land use permit and be approved for that permit to do any of the following things.
That's ridiculous.
Or the previous things I just mentioned, sorry.
That's ridiculous.
That is unbelievable, isn't it?
That doesn't sound right.
This is just thrown across my desk. I don't know the exact specific things. This is what I've done on the research. Just I've Googled it and I've gone on the website to apply for the permit and had a look at what you need to do and what it actually entails. And that is...
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I live in WA.
That is insane.
That's all I can say.
That is literally just that one city in Victoria. The city of Casey.
Does anyone live in Casey anymore?
Apparently it's home to quite a few four-wheel drives and four-wheel drivers.
Yeah.
And it probably won't be for long if that continues to happen,
Well,
because
depends
that
on
is nuts.
Especially if they actually enforce it.
Well, that's the other thing. The enforcing of it would be there's a council member or a ranger or whoever it is driving around and looking at people's properties and then probably confirming to see if they have a permit to do whatever's to have whatever they have on their property there.
Right.
That must be the way they're doing it.
Wow.
I don't know if that's the way they're doing it, but that's just... It's your private land.
I know. It just... I just got no words for that. It's just ridiculous.
Surely you'd be able to do whatever you want to do on your private land. Within reason, right? Within reason.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, right? Yeah. Storing a skip bin. Storing more than 2 unregistered vehicles.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to work on a vehicle, repair it, dismantle it, or service it.
Build a big
shed.
Land. Hide everything inside it.
That's ridiculous. I reckon you'd have council members coming across to your shed and just being like, open that up.
Yeah, well, I'll be...
Do you have to? I don't know.
I'll be getting a couple of dogs.
Yeah. You need a few Marlies, mate.
Enter at own risk.
That is insane. That just came across my desk and I just thought
ridiculous.
That's absolutely
unbelievable. Like, whoever's job it is to check on that, I don't give a shit if it's your job and you're just doing it. Get another job. Like, I couldn't sleep at night if I had to do that.
No.
Go around and pick on... The people own the fucking land. I don't get it.
No, people have paid a lot of money to live in those to live in houses.
Why should they pay land tax and all this bullshit if they got to do that?
Yeah, that's a whole other kettle of fish, isn't it?
Ridiculous, eh?
Really, 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 really wild.
Anyway,
Borge up. You've gotten a bit red there.
Have I?
I have. It's probably the heat. No aircon. Yeah, so that was. I thought that was.
Yeah, that's just.
It's one city in Melbourne, and that's it. That's all I could find. Yeah. This doesn't seem to be happening anywhere else.
So now you'd be on like what's that marketplace on Facebook wherever people buy stuff, right? It'd be like, hang on, before I buy this car or car sales, before I buy this car, I just go check my local council if I can have another project car.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't have project cars there. You just like yeah. What is the fun? Like the whole point is like, you know, you have like a 4-wheel drive, you have another car, maybe you're working on it, you're building something. There's so many people out there that are working on repairing, building project cars, custom cars, like whatever it is. You know, you might have a normal car, a normal 4-wheel drive that you're doing, and then you've got like an 80 series or a 60 series or a 40 series or an old GQ Patrol or something like that. Like
cannibalizing parts or whatever.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
In that city specifically, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Which is just wild.
No, not moving to Casey.
No. No way. Get out of Casey. Casey, change the rules because that's. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Seriously.
I think everyone in Casey needs to grab their pitchforks and just storm on whatever local place that is. But
I want to know if you're living in Casey. I want to know, or if you know more about this. How long has this been going on for? And have they tried to implement this in other places that I wasn't able to find?
What would the fine be? That'd be interesting.
That's a good one. I couldn't find anything about a fine on it, but my research obviously wasn't as deep onto this one because it only came across the desk today. But yeah, the fine would be an interesting one.